What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, not the red color. In the blue color is Skady. His opponent today in the red color playing as Ra is Kimo. So we have Zeus versus Ra. The map is Frozen Wastes, and this is a best of 5 for the Bill Gregg Open $600 tournament. This is the losers finals. If you haven't been following it, man, you're in for a treat. These guys have been bringing every single game. It's been exciting. It's been wonderful, and that's been just the goodness is what's been happening here. Skady's been playing Uranus this series so far, so decided to shake things up on this map. Feeling like he's a little bit more comfortable with the Zeus on this map. Potentially has a better way or route forward in this game playing with Zeus than Uranus. Who knows? It's a bit of an interesting map because of the way it's laid out. And if you look at this, all the gold mines go around the edges of the map. So it makes it really difficult to secure that outer gold mine. But you do start with 2 gold mines in the center of the map. Sorry, in your base, 2 medium gold mines. Oh, I tell a lie. You start with 1 medium gold mine in your base. And this gold mine here is really exposed. We'll see if Skady can scout this one out, because this looks like it could be a really brutal Athena rush coming from for Skady here if he scouts it out. But generally speaking, these players are looking for Goat in the early stages of the game, and then they go and check out their opponent's base a little bit later. But if we check out this, we have Walrus here. We've got double forward town centers. So Skady could make early Jason, send it forward over onto this town center. Catastropus on this town, on this gap here. If he sees villagers walk past here, you move your Jason over, you bolt the Pharaoh, and it's all good in the hood. Anyways, and you chuck down a couple military barracks on top of these walrus, and you can prevent any 2 town center action from Kimo. And then you can just walk around here and lay siege on this gold mine. You've got barracks over here that you can send military units over onto this location here and just deal some damage. But we'll see if that's what Skady's going to do here, or if he decides to play a little bit safe. I believe his scout, let's just check out his scouting here. Okay, his scout sees the food here. He doesn't see the gold mine. So not sure what we're going to see. I think if he throws down a temple maybe early, like now, how's his resources looking? Yeah, he needs to just like 16 pop temple, get the Jason up and harass. The temple's a bit late though. I guess it's not that late. You can still build the Jason out, still deal the damage. You want to get him forward. That's basically the gist of it. Especially because generally speaking, this food here, you run out of it before you go for this town center. So you have to go forward to the walrus or forward to the elk, or jump onto the berry bushes or jump onto goat. And you might not even get to the classical age off of that elk there. I probably will, but we'll see. Relics on the map, we've got the Ankh of Ra, 2.4 favor per second, and the other one that has been unseen is the Flagstone of Buhan, negative 25% gold cost. We are seeing Skady moving over onto this elk over here, and his temple is up, still producing those villagers. Would have liked to have seen a Jason, but it's not coming out just yet. He's got the resources for it. He's going to be a little bit low on the food. He's on Goat. You hate to see it. He's real close. He should be advancing, but if he doesn't get the Jason out early, then it's immediate second town center from Kimo is not possible to stop. Or at least you don't really delay anything. And he's moving forward onto these walrus here, so it does look like he's going Athena here. I don't hate this. I love it. I think this is good. I think the Athena is going to be great. Kimo's going to have to show off some defensive capabilities here. As you can see, he's moved over onto the berries. As we said, he didn't move forward to the walrus. He didn't even go onto the goat over here. He's actually going to be quite what feels like quite a ways away from this, because these. Maybe the dumping of the villagers. Maybe one more villager and he'll be able to advance. I don't know. It looks like his villagers are just not not quite on the right path here. He's going to be a little bit short. He has to force dump, stop production, and he's going to be up at 445. And now this kind of gives Skady enough time to get out Jason and Odysseus to send forward and whack around. We're going to see this little hunt spot here be the forward base for Skady, and he's going to put some pressure on. And this gold mine here is so exposed. Catastropus scouts that one. Athena coming through. Still haven't seen anything. We are seeing the Odysseus and the Jason military academy coming down. Generally speaking, we see 2 military buildings from Zeus players if they're not going all in, or 3 military buildings if they are sticking 1 town center. And with the Minotaur, with the Jason, and with the Bolt, it's going to be really difficult for Kimo to get anything here. So we are seeing the walls getting thrown up, villagers running away from these barriers onto the goat. We're seeing Tar coming through, so we're potentially going to be seeing a shifting sands on something. Generally speaking, we've been seeing that shifting sands used on the Odysseus while he's going for the 2nd town center. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kimo just sits 1 town center, fast farm, and tries to push out. It is a 1 town center Zeus. Oh yes, actually going military academy and archery range, not double military academy. A little bit interesting. We're seeing the Minotaur running around this side, not even keeping line of sight on these town centers. Is a little bit crazy, but it's going to be working out for him at this point. We see the Minotaur moving in. Bolt comes down onto the Pharaoh. Ooh, bit of miss micro there. Could have got that Minotaur attacking these guys, and we are going to be moving around with this army. No, he has to wait for Jason. Oh, Odysseus, sorry. Get Odysseus in here. Odysseus can pick off that Wadget. You can bash through this wooden wall without taking any hits from this watchtower, but also you don't really need to. Oh, we're seeing a watchtower getting thrown up by Kimo. Love this. This is really smart. Chuck this watchtower up, makes life really difficult. Houses around the back, all of that good stuff. We do see the Odysseus is doing a little bit of damage over here. Shifting sands coming down just to help out a little bit. We're seeing the armory coming up for Kimo, and the Minotaur gets picked off in the back there. Really nice defense. Doesn't actually pick off any units here, but does give himself a little bit of breathing room, as this Odysseus did lose about half HP. Could definitely turn around and try and snipe that Wadget or something. The units need to come around this side as well. We're seeing that 3rd military barracks coming up, or military academy, I should say. This watchtower though actually doesn't do that much. If you get Odysseus around here, stand ground stance, you cut off like this much of the gold mine. Like it's quite a bit. Maybe even this villager. Like you can only gather gold from over here. So Odysseus here, stand ground, and then he just starts sieging away at these villagers. We'll see if he's done it. See how he changed target as this laborer ran away. That's a classic stand ground situation there. Odysseus trying to kill off that Wadget there. Doing a good job. Couple of idols in the back here. Need to get on top of that, but just microing a little bit too hard on this thing. Some goat here it can send back. I like that the Catastropus is chilling over this side, but wouldn't be a bad idea to just patrol or something with that Catastropus at this point, just to make sure you can see if anything runs past. Any sneaky villager movements. We do have 1,000 gold left here, and villagers. I still haven't seen the rain yet. I assume Kimo is going to be waiting on that rain to see if he can get block the restoration basically. But again, this Toxotes here can help out. Odysseus does the same. You can even just run in here at this point and try and restoration onto this watchtower here and pick it off. Oh, the gold mine gets deleted. I like that. That actually makes it a little bit easier to mine from this gold mine. A couple idle villages here from Kimo. This Odysseus now is not going to be able to really siege too much. We do see the restoration comes in while sitting underneath all of this tower fire. Rain comes down a little bit late, pushing off this gold mine. Does pick off a couple of villages here. We do not have Skin of the Rhino out just yet. It is coming through. This watchtower is going to be sieged down very, very fast. These hoplites get double damage against buildings because they are Zeus hoplite. Now, Skady can just sit on this gold mine for the time being here and just cause a lot of pain into Kimo, who is really struggling to get to that next age. Sitting only 400 gold, needs an extra, what is that, 72 gold to get there. Pharaoh's going to be running around this way, and we are going to be seeing that gets spotted out. We've already got some military units moving onto this location. Catastropus chilling over there already. This is going to be a bit of a villager fight. If you can pick off the Pharaoh though, target the Pharaoh down. Make sure you're paying attention. Come on, let's go. You running past it? Come on. Okay, we're on to the Pharaoh. So Toxotes should be able to pick this one off. There we go. Does get that one. But now you're fighting against Skin of the Rhino villagers here. Very, very difficult to pick those ones off. They have so much armor. 54% hack armor. or sorry, 47% hack armor and 54% pierce armor. But Skady's just going to be sending units over there non-stop. Now the Toxotes, the Odysseus on stand ground. Not on stand ground, the Odysseus is, but just microing a little bit here. I'm going to be losing a couple of Toxotes to the watchtower, but enough from Skady to help this one. Villagers trying to get onto this gold mine, but yet again getting pushed off, but not any of them are dying just yet. Just no gold income for the time being. Now Kimo can go to the heroic age. He's going to get through Hathor. But at what cost? At what cost indeed? He's going to have to try and sneak a Migdol or something. Going to be a lot of units over here. Hoplite trying to take down this location. Losing a couple of Hoplite here and there for these building pickoffs is definitely worth it. Trying to get kill this watchtower, just make it easier to gold starve here. Now Skady can also think about just going to his own heroic age. He should be there in about 12 minutes once the gold situation sorts itself out. He can stop producing military units, stop losing them so hard. Oh, running these Hoplite in, he's gonna be able to pick off so many wood villagers here. Kimo not reacting to this at all. He's going to be losing these so fast. The villagers do come off the line trying to fight back, but I mean, this trade here is brilliant for Skady. You've got to love it. Trading all of those, well, a couple of hoplites just to pick off so many villagers there, especially because Hathor is incoming, and we are going to be seeing Kimo having to trade wood for gold here, which is what he's going to do, is just going to chuck down the market instantly and try and trade wood for gold. Hathor has come through. We do have the rock coming in, the Bestusios market comes down. What's he going to do though? He has to basically get 400 gold, and then he needs to get maybe another 500 gold to produce chariot archers. We see the locust coming down. Oh, that's a brutal locust there. Absolutely devastating. Picking off like four villages, 5 villages with the help of the other Bestusios there. Really nice play from Kimo, keeping himself in it. We do see the Migdol stronghold coming down, but it's not even protecting this gold mine. What are you doing? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We're just going to see, this is kind of going back to being a little bit all in from Skady, because now he's lost so many villagers to that rock raid, to that locust. He's going to be oversupplied in the military. Oh, no he's not. He's only producing from 2. So he should be okay to keep producing. We are seeing the armory coming up. Skady sitting really close. We're probably going to see Apollo here, just so he can warp around the map a little bit faster. The other option is Dionysus with bronze. Really strong upgrade. Really strong god power. We are seeing these villagers revisiting this. I'm sure Skady sees this one here. Yeah, he sees it, and the Toxotes get back onto it really, really fast. We're seeing the Bestusios running in here, and now the Odysseus is going to be trying to take him out. Definitely need to focus down the rock first, and then the Bestusios. Take the losses, because it's kind of what's going to happen, is the rock's just going to run away with that Bestusios, and your Odysseus is going to be in a bit of an issue there. And we're seeing the army from Skady retreating here for some reason. Not sure that is the best decision there, but now Bestusios getting nice and close to being dead. And Skady's moving on over to this gold mine. Got some chariot archers, the villagers now onto this gold mine. Skady looking like he's deciding to chill a little bit here. We are seeing Apollo is the god of choice. There's 100 or 1,000 gold left in that gold mine. So that's a lot in order to get Kimo back into this game, if he can do that. And we are seeing that he's managed to somehow survive for this long. Something tells me that Skin of the Rhino technology is a little bit overtuned. Just like 30%. The pierce vulnerability is the craziness, 30%, which means it's not sure what the effective HP bonus on it is, but it's pretty significant if your units are no longer dealing max damage against them. We are seeing Apollo's through. We've got the Cataclysm over here. We can use that to hit him. We're seeing the market coming up. Potentially going to see Hera coming through to finish this game off. I like it. It's a good idea. Go straight through Hera. This gold mine expires. Cast Lightning Storm on the gold mine. It's all in. It's great. I love it. This is aggressive. It's exactly what you want to see. Now we're seeing the raids coming through for Kimo here. He's going to be moving into the base of Skady. Do we have any Mythic Age from Kimo? No Mythic Age. The army from Kimo going to be looking for this gold mine. He's got a couple of things already over here. Has to kind of chase with this army here. Can split up the hoplite to make them run a little bit faster. Got the Hippocon over here, the Toxotes here, and the Manticore. This army of Kimo has been surrounded. Ghost building. He does chuck down the ghost building, gets it up. Nice job there. Going to be able to surround this army. Well done. Gets a lot of free hits onto this army, and it's getting slowed down every single time it gets hit by a melee unit. It's going to be really good. There is the underworld now as the villagers move out onto this location. This gold mine over here going to be preventing this gold mine from being a thing. And we see Hera incoming. This is going to be a difficult one for Kimo to deal with as he's struggling to pump out chariot archers at this point. There's so many units here for our Zeus player Skady. The raid coming back in over here yet again, but Odysseus is here to help out, Manticore here to help out, and you can just jump in and out of this location. We're seeing the town center now coming up for Kimo here. That's good. That's going to help him out quite a bit in order to catch back up on the village account, even if maybe that he's not even behind on the village account. But now the Pegasus doesn't actually scout this. He should probably just move over onto this gold mine here with these villagers instead of staying here. Just move everything over here, and then he should be fine to fight this one. We'll see if that's what he chooses to do. The army of Skady looks like it's going back through the underworld passage here. No, he's going to have to defend. He's just making some poor decisions here. If Skady was on this location here with his villagers gathering gold, now this army from Kimo doesn't really do anything. But it's not going to happen just yet. We're seeing some units come through here to help out villagers onto this location. We can start repairing the underworld if he so chooses. The army of Skady moving forward. Got a couple of units chasing this one. A couple of units over here. Hera is 97%, just about to hit there. He's going to cast that lightning storm down over here, I assume. Has hit there is the lightning storm coming down. Going to pick off so many units here, making a beeline for this town center. I'm not sure if the chariot archers can garrison into a town center though. Now villagers moving forward. He's finally deciding to move those villagers onto that forward gold mine, and now that's so many kills now onto Kimo, and Skady is at 115 pop to Kimo's 80 pop here. He's got almost no gold left over here. He's moving onto this gold mine. The hoplite and the hippocon coming onto. You've got a Medusa here to turn some stuff to stone, and the army of Kimo a little bit out of position here. Going to take down this town center fairly fast. It doesn't have masons, architects, or anything else. So that's going to be a dead town center in the near future here. Some idle villagers over here as well. Kimo trying to get onto this gold mine, but I assume that's just going to be the next place that that Skady makes his way to. He's got units in the middle. He's going to be making some Myrmidon as well. Love to see those Myrmidon. They're such strong units. Look at that HP, 110 HP compared to like 118 of the Chariot Archer. And its damage is off the charts. 10 damage, but does 50% extra. So it's like 15 damage a shot against everything except for Greek units. Now making this move, he's got enough army here to deal with this, especially without Medusa being able to pick off some free units. There's a Pharaoh here, he needs to kind of focus down. Not sure where the rest of this army is. Why he's got eight idols. This would be much better fight here for him if he had all of those hoplite over here, but there they are. They're starting to move in, and now everything is going well for Skady right now. Idle villagers on this gold mine trying to fight. Kimo not able to hang on for this moment in the game. Jason just about to get picked off there, does die. Now the hoplite making their way in, and the chariot archers are sieging away at this Medusa, but he's doing okay. Got some random chariot archers over here looking for a raid. Now the hoplite reinforcement coming in, ready to take this gold mine. Medusa turns one of those villagers to stone. I didn't realize that was the thing, but very, very good. Now the hoplite taking out these villagers in this location. Going to be gold starved. Kimo's sitting at 75 population. Skady at 110. No need to grab any more town centers here for Skady. Just going all in, spending every single little bit of his resources, still building villages and everything else. And now everything is going Skady's way here. Kimo looking like he's trying to send some villagers over here. We've got some random infantry with the Myrmidon and the hoplite over on that location. Not even any medium upgrades this game, just pure spam, pure goodness from Skady, just completely rolling over Kimo in this game here. And villagers dying left, right, and center. No mythic age in sight from Kimo, and now Skady just needs to basically grab town centers and continue to secure the gold mines here. We're seeing this trade from Kimo, 41 wood, gold for 100 wood, 77 food. So he's still trying to trade as much as he can, but it's just way too much. And it's looking like Skady is a little bit worried about this gold mine over here potentially being grabbed or snuck. But he should realize that the win condition here for him has been achieved, and he just needs to put his foot onto the throat of Kimo, grab some town centers, and he'll be in a really, really good position to win this game. Pharaoh's out as well. We're going to be able to pick up that Manticore. You don't want to lose that guy. He does a lot of damage to these Chariot Archers. Going to get a little bit of a surround here with this army in the back. And we're going to see, oh, is he going to be able to get it? The Manticore goes down. Trade for a Pharaoh's worth. Yes, you can get that, kill that Pharaoh. Nice job. Pick off the Pharaoh for that Manticore. Grabbing this town center. Can go 5-1 town centers here if Skady chooses to do so. Has he stopped military production? He hasn't stopped complete military. He's still only building from 2 military buildings. And Kimo decides to tap out at that time. GG. Well played by Skady. Managed to take this game, putting himself up 2-1. He's on his match game next game. Tournament game for Kimo. This is going to be exciting. I like the Zeus pick here. This was pretty genius. I feel like he probably could have had a similar result with his Uranus, because it looked fairly similar to like an Uranus 1 town center versus Ra 1 town center, because he didn't really abuse the hoplite infantry. He only managed to really kill 1 or 2 buildings with it over here, and I feel like if he just had Terma in here, he still would have done really good stuff, but is managing to make it work with the Zeus here. Incredible play from Skady. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see my videos as soon as they come out. My name's Boit, and I will see you guys next time.